This hype right here, you definitely can't believe. So I like messing with her. She's so much fun. She puts me in my place and let me know how everything is gonna be done right. So I'm good. I'm good with it all the time. So let me see. Everything is according to plan. And she ought to be jumping on any minute. Now it is 58 minutes after the hour, 86 degrees. I'm telling y'all, we're gonna hit 90 by the time noontime come around, if not above. So if you hit 90, only 10 more degrees before you hit 100. Now, I'm gonna just say this. If it's 99 degrees, it's 100. Come on, one more degree. It's already that. That's just like this. I'm going to say this, and either y'all agree with me or not, it doesn't matter. But I'm going to let you know this right here. When you go to the store and you see something for $101, you're not going to buy it. Work with me on this one. You're not going to buy it. But if that same product was $99, in your head, it's $99. Not thinking about the taxes. Oh, I spent $99 on this. But if it was $101, you wouldn't buy it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Let's ever say, Ron, you ain't making no sense. I'm making plenty of sense. Because that's how we are. We are geared up that way. We are geared up, and we hear the 99, it's not a good deal. But if you're 100, you walk away from it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so that's just how it is. I'm just being real with y'all today, so don't be mad at me. We released one of our segments on Texas in Color. It's about voting. So if you want to hear that segment, go to Texas in Voting Facebook page is right there. Or you could go to Texas in Voting. I say in voting, Texas in Color. Ooh, we're speaking about voting. Texas in Color. Go to the YouTube page, Texas in Color, and don't forget to subscribe and like it. And same thing here. Go to WSAN Radio SA and do the same thing. Subscribe and hit that notification button. So anytime we go live, you'll know when we go on live. So those are things that we have going on. It is now straight up 10 o'clock. She should be caught. I see she's here already, but she haven't showed her pretty face this morning yet. So that's what we're waiting on. Let me see what else is going on. Let me go into, there's a lot of school supplies things going on. I posted something on my Facebook page on the chat section. Go to that and you know about all of the school supplies that's going on in Texas, in San Antonio area mainly. So poor Lavernia, they started school today. Man, a little early, aren't they? I mean, August 5th, and them kiddos at school already? That's all right. They get out before y'all, though. Yeah, they will. While they're out, they're going to say them suckers still in school. So you know how that goes. But parents, I know you are happy. This is like Christmas to you again. The kids are going back to school. You don't have to worry about anything. Everything is good. And, that's what it's all about. You're just sitting there oh, wow, they're back in school. School shopping was somewhat of a nightmare. That's what I'm calling it. Because all the good stuff was not there already. It was later on when they had everything. So my grandkids want to go school shopping early, and their vision was if we go early, then we'll get the picking of everything. It was just the opposite. They didn't put the stuff out till late. But they want to go early. So we try to tell them, listen to the parents. But no, they know everything. I had mine with me last Saturday, all of them with me Saturday. And somebody said, what are you getting yourself into? I said, hey, they just kids. What they going to do? Well, they try to run things. They weren't running nothing. I said, I've been told them. They were telling me, okay, Grandpa, we're going to go here, 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 and here. I said, we're going to the first two. The other three, you're going home, have your parents do it. That was just me. I'll just being real. All right, we got. I see she's here now because she's laughing at me. Good morning, Coach
That's
K.
hilarious. Good morning, good morning, good morning. That is so funny. Like, hold up now. You go ahead, get your two, the mama ones, talk to your mama. You ain't got
As,
nothing to do with it.
exactly what I did. I said, I'm told him, my name is Bennett, and I ain't in it. And so, and see, it did before that. This is what happened. I brought them all to the studio for the first time. They want to see what Grandpa do. They put on
Okay.
headphones. They were talking. Are we going live? I said, no. Well, we ought to go live because kids want to know what kids are talking about. I said, we didn't do a promo on this. What's a promo? You got to let everybody know that you're doing it.
Mm-hmm,
They got
mm-hmm.
on here, and thank God it wasn't live because they were saying some things about their mom and dad they had no business saying.
Oh my goodness.
But it wasn't live, but I recorded it so the parents gonna get it can see exactly how them kids are. Them your kids. When they bad, them your kids.
Wow.
When they good, they my grandkids.
You just gonna throw them under the bus like that,
Oh,
huh? That's what you're doing?
with brand new tires.
Shut your mouth.
There's no shame in my
First of
game.
all, I'm going to use that, LaRon. When you hear me say it, know I got that one from you. That's hilarious.
It's just
I'm
like
so glad I don't have to deal with that
one time.
back to school shopping.
Yeah, they were sitting all on the sofa one time, and I was talking to them, and I walked by and looked at all of them. I say, you know, I don't like none of y'all. So what happens? The little one said, we know, Grandpa, you love us. Then I said, that's debatable. Then the baby said, what's debatable? As soon as I said that, the wife come out saying, leave them kids alone. I love them. I love all my grandkids, but I love messing with them too.
Exactly.
So,
I mean, that's part of like the whole benefit of being a grandparent, right? I
yeah.
can't wait till I'm in that stage. Right now, I'm still, my grandson actually turns 1 this month.
All right.
So, whoop, whoop, very proud of
Yeah.
that. But I want to get to that point. Yeah, I'm definitely one of those type of grandparents. Let's have some fun with it.
Yes, yes. All right, let's get down to what we supposed to talk about. I let everybody know last Wednesday was something I had to do, and you pushed it to Monday. But then I told everybody I want she know she could be on Monday and Wednesday.
Uh,
Are you gonna be on this Wednesday?
I wasn't supposed to be,
Oh,
right?
that's right. It's not your Wednesday. All right.
Nope.
She just corrected me. She just corrected me because
I'm like, you
I
know what I'm wrong? I'm
yeah,
like,
you start spinning around looking and say, what is he talking about? You are
wait a
so
minute.
right. I'm just so the head of the game. I'm trying to get things going. But anyway, I told everybody we apologized last week for not having you on. But I did talk about you this morning and last week. And it was talking about to say if you get her to be your trainer, you think you're gonna lose weight on her showing you things to do, but you're gonna lose weight on laughing at her because she's a little comedian.
I love it. I love
Yeah,
it.
so
I
that's why
love
I
it.
said it. And somebody texted me and said, "Is she really a comedian?" Yes, but she don't know it yet. She go on stage just be herself.
Well, first of all, I have been told I'm quite comical. So, you're talking to someone whose calendar is a dad joke calendar. Come on.
All right.
I love to laugh.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
love to laugh.
and before we get to that, I have to ask you. I tried my best to make it out to your event last week. I was at another event. I had you down on my calendar to make it, and next
Hmm.
you know, I was in a chili cook-off contest. I was a judge.
Oh, okay. And how
So
did that
I didn't eat when I got home. It was good. It was for an
I'm pretty sure
organization.
you didn't need to.
No,
Just being honest. Look,
I was
all those
good.
beans,
No,
I
I was
think you were
good.
fine.
I was no, not neither one of
That's
the
hilarious.
22 samples. None of them had beans in it. It
Really?
was Texas chili. Texas don't believe in putting beans in their chili.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Wow. Okay.
so that was
Didn't know
me.
that.
So,
Didn't know that. That's
but
how you learn something new every day.
but
Isn't
see,
that
I
something?
thought I was gonna gain some weight, and I weighed myself yesterday. I lost 2 more pounds.
Mm-mm.
The-
Because you know the thing about that. So what you just said again, I didn't even know that. So you actually only took in pretty much protein, whatever vegetables or whatever they use in the sauce, or it's not a whole, it's not a whole lot of ingredients. I'm assuming if
yeah,
it's not beans. So all you ate was protein. One thing that protein does, like you said, is helps us, of course, sustain our muscle. And when we are in the process of trying to get rid of weight, protein is your friend, man.
oh
Protein
wow,
is your friend.
here I
Yeah.
go. Here I go. Didn't even know that. I was just having fun out there. But
Hey,
it was funny.
some look.
It was
Sometimes you fall into some good stuff, don't you,
yeah,
Ron?
yeah. So it was funny when I weighed myself and I told my wife I lost 2 more pounds. She said, "You know I don't like you. I look at a pound cake and I gain 10 pounds. You just get off it for one day and it just drops."
But that is the thing with men. I know that we don't like it. And actually, my topic today is the importance of stretching. And one thing, the benefit that women have is we are more flexible, right? The disadvantage that we have is our body are meant to hold on to fat. Why do you say that? Because we reproduce. So because women reproduce, our bodies want to hold on to the fat to be able to sustain those changes that our body goes through. Okay. Now, on the flip side of that, men, no, you don't reproduce. So y'all shed weight faster than women because your body is not trying to hold on to fat and metabolize it different. So, no worries. Now, my topic today again is stretching, the importance of stretching. Well, men are not flexible, most of them. So, if you see a flexible man, one, he's definitely probably trained for it. That is something he's a not even all athletes are flexible. Men naturally are not. So there you have it. You may drop weight faster than her. However, she probably can reach down and touch her toes better than you can.
Oh, yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you about that. I'm not gonna bring that up. Speak about flexible. What's brought up to the 1985 Chicago Bears Super Bowl? They had less injuries that year, and nobody didn't know they were taking yogurt. I mean, not yogurt, yoga.
I'm about to say yogurt
Yeah, yeah.
was yogurt.
They was doing yoga, and they were learning
Okay.
how to fall and that, and there was less
Yep.
injuries in that, and that did not come out to 2 years after they won the Super Bowl. How were they so healthy? And when you said stretching, that yoga, they stretched all the time, and they were all ready to get hit, and that dawned on me. I said that makes a lot of sense.
There you go. The thing about yoga, Pilates, right? Those are pretty much body weight, forms of exercise. So when you do yoga, you typically move with your breath, right? So that inhale, that exhale, that right there, if you do that with movement, if I just take take just even sitting, and if I pull my leg up, inhale, exhale, you get a deeper stretch than you would just, because you're not concentrating on it. So like usually that's why yoga is very effective because one, it helps control your breath. So you in cardio, right? Helps you in cardio, but it also, like you said, gives your body the oxygen, gives your muscles the oxygen that it needs when stretching. Pilates. Pilates is the same where you can add different things into Pilates. However, it is a stretch based type of exercise. So you are going to get good stretching, good muscle lengthening in Pilates as well as the strengthening.
Before we get going, there was a question that came in last time around. Let me bring it up. Oh, here it is. This young lady asked, "What is that burning sensation in your muscles when you are working out? Is that normal?"
It is. It is. That is your muscles. That's when you know they're at that point. So, when you start off and, you kind of like, it's activating. That's muscle activation. When you get to the point where it is actually burning to the point where it's like, you're at your threshold. You can't go any further. But normally, yes, there is like when you're doing certain things, you're going to feel like you said, feel the burn.
No pain, no gain, as they say.
Well, yeah, no pain, no gain, but you shouldn't be in pain. And that's my like you said, the whole point of my topic today. I I had to laugh because I thought about my shoes. So I'm not going to say what I call them, but I call them old chick shoes. We'll say that.
Okay.
And one of my clients gave them to me because I am always talking about old chick cream, right? So muscle rub. I'm like, girl, go ahead, bust it out. Nobody cares if they smell you or not. I actually meant to grab the one that I use because that one doesn't smell as bad. But I sure will throw it on. And I tell my clients, I said, hey, before your workouts, put on your muscle rub. One now, your person that commented about the burning. Well, if you put on your muscle rub, first before you start moving, you'll find it'll take a minute for that burning to get there because your muscles have already warmed up with the muscle rub. It's already relaxing.
Okay.
But my old like you said, the muscle rub. So she sent me the old chick shoes. These are very supportive shoes. They're good for recovery after a workout. They're very soft, and like you said, they kind of conform to your foot. They are slides, and I think they do have flip flops, but they are good, like you said, for post workout, for recovery. So, between stretching, and I say that because between stretching, using your muscle rub, and having proper shoes, right? A lot of people can alleviate some of the back pain that they have just by doing those three things. But with stretching, people 9 times out of 10 don't do it right, don't do it long enough, right? And don't do it often enough. How often do you stretch, Ron?
I stretch a lot. I know first thing in the morning when I get up, I stretch. I stretch when I go bowling. I found out that helped me out going bowling to stretch out because some people get up there and they don't stretch together and want to know, well, how come this not there? Your body ain't relaxed, dude. You so tense that you throwing the ball and about the third game come around, you're all loose and you throw a good game. Well, what happened the first two games? You didn't stretch. So I make sure that I stretch before bowling. I've been doing that for about 10 years, stretching before. And I was an athlete, so playing baseball and all that stuff. So we stretch, which brings this point right here. I played baseball. Back in the days, we didn't stay conditioned year round. We went to spring training in baseball, and I'll tell you what, the first 2 weeks was the hardest because you haven't used those muscles, and you are sore. But after that, you stretch, everything is fine. So my point, the question bringing up now with stretching, should that be something people should be doing every day to be in condition every day?
That is true. Like that is very true. Twice, at least twice a day. Honestly, I'm a 3 time a day girl, right? So when you first get up in the morning, now there's two types of stretching. There's static, which means that you are still, right? And then there's active, which is motion. Now, when you first wake up in the morning, your body has been still. Not mine. I move around a lot, but but for the most part, you are still. You're in one position, right? And your body is a little stiff. You wake up, it's kind of like a transformer, like right? Getting out of bed. Come on now, we know we're people of a certain age. So when you get up in the morning, instead of just popping up, I mean, unless you're just running straight to the bathroom, but you come on, tell the truth, shame the devil, you know what it is. Now, but if you're able to take a moment and start stretching before you get up, right? I know it's a crazy thing to think about, but when I wake up in the morning, so once I'm finally opening my eyes, if I even open my eyes, but I start kind of moving around. So I tend to start from the bottom up. I start with my ankles. I start with my feet. So when I wake up in the morning, I start flexing my feet, rolling my ankles, right?
Yeah.
Already, that is stretching my calves, right? Stretching my calves, getting those warmed up. Even a little motion in your knee when you are taking it side to side, and the hips. I rotate the hips in and out. Then I begin, kind of just pull a knee in, pull another knee in, lift a leg, lift another leg. And then, of course, by the time I'm still laying down, mind you, I haven't gotten up yet. Take arm back, good stretch back, one other arm back, both arms back. And with that, rotating my neck, like that's usually the last thing that I do. And when I get up, I don't just spring up. I take my time and I get up and I roll up towards my toes, swing over, get out the bed. I've been doing that. Right. I know it seems like a lot. I know it seems like a lot, but it's not. That little routine takes me about what? 2-3 minutes. And that 2-3 minutes is, me because like I said, Ron, hey, I'm a woman of a certain age. I just don't pop up no more. Back in the day, I just popped up, got up, was fine. No, sir. No, sir. I gotta warm up like an old Chevy, you hear me?
See now I'm gonna stop you right there because I'm gonna say this. My wife tell me I ain't never seen nobody just wake up, pop up, and just go into your office, and I do my stretching in there. She said, did you sleep? Because, seriously, I just get up and walk in the office and do my little routine and do all that. Been doing that, I'm 69 years old, and I've been doing that for years. I don't know where it came from, but my wife just opposite. She'll lay in the bed, stretch, moan, groan. I said, get your old butt up.
Look, however it works for you, you go in your office and do it. That's fine. I just prefer to start mine in the bed. It's kind of a moment for me to take that moment, okay, thank you for waking me up, whatever. While I'm doing that, it's just like I'm moving, thank you for moving, going, you know what I mean? So I think that if people just took that couple moments in the beginning of the day to start and warm up, right?
Yeah.
I said 3 times a day. So in the middle of the day, that really should be like some active movement, some active stretching. So that is, let me put this here so you can still hear me. But is when you're actually, right?
Yeah.
That, and like you said, active movement, and then hold it static, right? So in the middle of the day, I don't know what everyone is doing. Maybe you don't have a manual labor job where you're moving. Maybe you don't have an active job as I do where I am moving. So a lot of people sitting at the desk, right? Sitting at the
Yeah.
desk. One thing I'm gonna tell you, just to help you out in general, I hope that everyone who sits at their desk has something elevating their feet.
Yeah.
Something elevating it. Make sure that you take the time and do these little things because they help. By elevating your feet, one, it's not pulling down on your back like that. That reduces swelling if you happen to have an issue of anything like that, relieves pressure off your knees. So, just FYI, side note, elevate your feet if you sit at your desk. Now, if, as I said, you do have a job where you are sedentary, you are not as active, we want to make sure that we aren't stiff during the day. So one thing I love, I I love a fitness watch.
Hmm.
I love a fitness watch because it allows you, one, to just set different goals for yourself, different things. But it reminds you to get up,
Yeah.
right? Sometimes, and I don't know about you, Ron, but sometimes I'm at it, and like you said, scaling this business up, and I'm chained to the desk, things like, and my watch would go off, and I'd be like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? I love a fitness watch. I encourage everybody, even if you are not fit, even if you are not fit, even if you do not exercise on a regular basis, I think that everyone should have one. Because again, the reminders, right? Get up.
Right.
I'm not going to talk about all the things I love about it. However, just that one is really good. Now, when you're at your desk, this is the middle of the day, we want to make sure, I already said to elevate your feet, to take the pressure off your hips, your knees, you know what I'm saying? So with that active stretching during the day, however you want to do it, you know what I mean? Whatever it is that you want to do. But I do encourage you, when you hold the stretches. Now, mind you, I said in the morning, I kind of just roll through it. Now, the rest of the day, I'm intentional. 15 to 20 seconds minimum. I'm a 30-second girl. I hold each stretch for 30 seconds. Take nice deep breaths in my stretches. And as you take those deep breaths, you'll find yourself getting further and further into your stretch. Your muscles become more and more relaxed. So that's why I like 30 seconds. However, 15 to 20 seconds at a minimum.
Yeah.
I get so tired of this, Ron. Oh my gosh. I'd be like, all right, stretch. And then I look and I see this.
What is that? What did you
What
just
is
do?
that? What is that? My God. So 15 to 20 seconds. 15 to 20 seconds. Now, again, as I said, active stretching. Active stretching can be something as simple as, you just kind of stepping back, right? Shifting my weight back on my heel, right? At static, I'm holding it. Right? So whatever it is that you're doing, make sure that you hold it for 15 to 20 seconds. If you are doing active motion, at least 30 seconds, right?
Mm-hmm.
At least 30 seconds. And then make sure that you hold at the end. The third time of the day that we should stretch is before bed. You're about to be still, right?
Yeah.
So if you're going to be still for hours, let's go ahead and get some stretches in before bed. That's where the static stretches come into play. You may be, and that's why I made sure you can see, because, you may get down if you're on the floor, but that's just where you are. Hold wherever you are, hold, right? So, however it works for you, but 30 seconds. I personally like to take that 30 seconds and I run through, I'm about 5 minutes before bed. So that way, all of my shoulder, because you move a lot during the day, right?
Yeah.
So hopefully you do. But, we move a lot. So we need to make sure that we are giving our body proper recovery. Now, this is where muscle rub comes in too. Just being honest, I throw that old chick cream on and then I stretch because my muscles are warm, right? Maybe I haven't been moving around. This is right before bed, so maybe I haven't been moving around. So to warm up my muscles, I go ahead and throw my muscle rub on and then go into my stretches. Now, contrary to belief, you should not stretch like, people say, oh, let me stretch before my workout.
Yeah.
No. Unless if you're doing active stretching, yes, not static. You do not stretch cold muscles. That puts you at risk for sprains, for tears, different things, right? So when you are stretching, if you have not had any movement, I suggest that you start with active stretching first. Now, like you said, depending on where you need to stretch, wherever that is, maybe you throw the muscle rub on and warm it up that way. However, do not stretch cold muscles. Don't do it, kid. Don't do it. Okay? Now.
The feeling is not good when you pull a hamstring.
It's not good. It's not good when you pull anything, Ron.
Yeah.
You don't want to put yourself at risk for an injury. Stretching is to prevent injuries, like you mentioned with the football team. With them doing yoga and conditioning their muscles and their bodies to be able to be limber, right? They prevented themselves from getting injured. Same thing. You don't have to be a professional football player or anything to prevent injuries. Prevent injuries in your everyday life.
True.
Just as I said, I tell people all the time. I teach people how to fall. A lot of my clients are older. I have 70 and 80-year-old clients, 60, 70, 80. I teach them how to fall. You may fall. You may do it. So you need to know how to do it. You need to stretch. So that way, when you're doing your daily activities, you don't pull anything. Prevention. Prevention is key, Ron. Prevention.
Okay, so let me ask you something. What is the difference of getting a massage loosen up the muscles than stretching?
Just a different form. With massage is actively circulating the blood and actually activating the muscles by touch, by movement, right? Manipulation. So that is outside manipulation. versus stretching is internal, right? So that either one is, I personally, I'll take massage.
I knew he was gonna say that because I, I'm looking for a good one down the line because
I
um
have a person. She is fabulous.
cause my
She gets in there.
because my upper.
She
I
gets
remember
in
one time, and I was in a car accident. I went to. They told me I needed therapy, and massage was one of them. This girl probably didn't weigh a buck 25,
there. Mm-hmm.
and she was trying my back. Muscles is tight back there. That poor girl jumped up on my back, tried to move it. She quit. She said, I can't do it. I said, what's wrong? You too tight. You too tense. I said, it's your job to get it out of there. You
Yeah.
know? And she just somebody else came in. Oh, did this one try to hurt me? Try to hurt. I guess she told him what was going on. But what they did is they put me on a heating pad, some type of heating pad. That's what they did first. And once they
Mm-hmm.
did that, it was easy to move because, like I said, it was
Mm-hmm.
cold. And she trying to start from that. So I knew she was a rookie,
Yeah.
because
Because you shouldn't do that.
they normally do put me on some table with a heating
Mm-hmm.
pad and other stuff, and then I get my massage. She went straight to
Well, most of
bam.
the tables are like that. A
Yeah,
lot of places, if you go to, an actual massage, parlor, most of the tables are heated
yeah.
for that reason.
Mm-hmm. So, like you
For that
said, never start cold. Never start. You
But
gotta be warmed up.
but you see how difficult it was for her to try and manipulate your muscles.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, like you said, it's prevention. Prevention. With her, if she had continued, you probably would have left out of there in more pain than you came in there with.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
one thing I want to make sure that the audience understands is everything is connected. So by everything being connected, you have to remember that there's certain insertion points and where that muscle starts. So a lot of times, if you say, "Oh, my back," okay, you may just say, "Well, I just need to work out my back." No,
Yeah,
no. What you actually need to do is work out your glutes and your hamstrings because they're all connected to your back, which is probably very tight and pulling down and
yeah.
causing you back pain. Everything is connected.
That's my
Everything is connected.
that mom in that commercial when you said that. When that doctor came in, the lady sitting there. So how's your back? She said, it's my arm. Oh, they're all connected. Which is true.
It is all
And she just
connected.
looked like, huh?
Right, right,
So,
right. I think that, like you said, a lot of times we just don't take the time to do any self care, is really what it is. We pretty much just, like you said, jump into our day. Now, you start your day with stretches and so forth, but a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't. A lot of people just get into their day. Look, go and sit in the car maybe and commute, right?
mm-hmm.
Sitting in the car is the devil. Oh my gosh. It's like long distance, not even long distance, just sitting for long periods of time is the devil. You
Yeah.
need to get up and move around. You
Especially,
think that, like you said, you're in pain, before, just because you're like, oh, you're in pain, so you can't move, so you're sitting all the time. You're actually doing yourself more damage continuing to just sit. So
yeah.
if you feel like, oh, you're always in pain, your back is always hurting, I do feel like, just being honest, once you're a certain age, you're just gonna have
Yeah.
you're just gonna have back pain. That's gonna happen. You're gonna have a little nag
Yeah.
somewhere
Yeah.
after a certain age.
I'm glad you said.
However, it
Wait.
doesn't need to be excruciating.
Right. I'm glad you said that because a friend of mine who I bowled with went to the doctor, and the doctor was telling him, he was telling the doctor all the pain he was having. So the doctor was writing something down on the pad. He thought the doctor would give him a prescription. All he wrote down, he gave back to him and said, "You're old.
Huh?
You're going to have those pains. You're old." Which is true.
Okay.
The
It
things
is true.
the things you did in 20s, you can't do it when you're 60.
Well, Ron, think of it like this. You purchase a brand new car, right? Man, that car rides so smooth, don't have no noise. Everything is crisp and clean. Well, if you're like me, the best car is a paid off car.
Yes.
So, with that being said, once that car is paid off, you may have, it may not ride as smooth. It may have a couple things. And it may, look, all the functions may don't function no more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
However, you don't get rid of it. Well, I mean, some people do. But you're not just going to get rid of it. Think of your body as the same thing. You mentioned my event last week, so that was my fitness and nutrition expo, and my nutrition guy, he made the comment that he chose to invest. He said because people invest in their cars. They invest in, they buy, invest in their houses. So he said, I decided I was just going to invest in myself and begin pouring, that energy into myself. And that's true. Because like you said, as I'm laughing and making jokes about a car, a lot of times, oh, my car needs this, my car needs that. You know what? I'm just going to go get a new car. Versus, you only have one car. This is your only vehicle. Your only vehicle. You have to do the maintenance if you want it to perform half as good as it did when it was new.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
I mean, that's really just what it comes down to. Now, and Ron, I want to say this. I don't know if anybody is paying attention to me. However, I am stretching as I talk to you. And I held my stretch over there for a good 30 to 45 seconds.
I was watching you. I was watching you. You try to be slick over there, and you stretching and trying to see if anybody noticed.
Just saying.
And
it's so easy.
And as they watching, they could be stretching too.
Say for the people in the background.
Yeah.
Just
it could be. Saying. It could, because right now. See, you taught us how to exercise while we're sitting in an office chair. And I've been sticking my leg out, holding it up, and doing all that good stuff. But I had pushed back from doing all this, But, you could do that, and I'm conscious when I do that. Like, I have a recliner at the house. So I recline it back when I'm watching TV. But what I do is I lift one leg up. Then lift the other one up. And I find myself twisting to the side like here, hold it, and doing like that. I said, that doggone Coach K got me exercising in my recliner.
I'm doing my job then.
Yeah.
I'm doing my job. Because that's what it really is.
Exactly.
Knowledge, sharing it. And not only, what's the best knowledge? Applied knowledge.
Yes.
We know what to do. Let's do it.
I'm glad you said that. The reason why I said that, people know what to do, but they're too, don't get me wrong, I'm going to say this word, I'm going to be real honest about it. They're too lazy. They want everything given to them. Oh, well, I can't do it now. Why? What you doing right now? Because my first thing I said is no time better than the present. All the time you talked to me, all this time you could have done something.
My favorite one is don't put off tomorrow what you can
Can
do
do
today.
today.
You know how I feel about start dates. I'm gonna start like I had a client. She said, "Well, I plan to start on Monday," because I was looking at her food and her log, and I was like, "Okay,
Too
is this
much.
what we're doing?" And
Oh.
she said, "Well, I plan to start on Monday. We have some people in town, and so forth." I said, "All right." So what I told her was, until Monday, if you know you're going to be making these choices, I'm gonna need you to at least every time that you eat, have a vegetable with it. You want to eat crap? Okay, well let's try and have a little balance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we'll talk about that. I have a whole thing on that, but I definitely think that when when it's time to do something, just do it. In all aspects. I've definitely had a reminder, in that recently I had a friend pass, 49. Actually, he's going to be
Wow.
celebrating his 50th birthday next month, and I kept saying, "Man, I gotta call." He texted me, "Yeah, gotta I was like, "Oh man, I gotta call him." Don't put off today or tomorrow what you can do
Do it
today,
today.
because now I never got that chance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think, for me, I've been looking at that in all aspects of, all around, even the small things, even the small things. I said, I need to wash a load of clothes. Then at the next breath, I said, no, I'm just going to do it tomorrow. And I said, Kiana, get
So you do the same thing that I do, because I always say, but once I get started, um, I wash, dry, fold everything up in place. You
Oh
know,
wow.
you know.
See, and I'm trying to get there, Ron. So I have a rule. This is I and I'm it works sometimes. Working on it. So my rule is, I am only going to wash a load of clothes if I can wash it, dry it, and put it away in the same day. If I can't do it, then that's going to be the only load. That's going to be a struggle bus load. However, if I'm rolling, 2, 3, maybe, But I'm just saying, I'm not there yet, Ron.
Well,
I'll live
see,
vicariously through you on that.
let me tell you how I do it. Maybe this might help you out.
Okay.
I do several things when I'm washing clothes. I'm in the office. If I got to do a commercial, I'm doing that. Or something I'm doing on a computer, or reading up on something. The washer is going, it goes off. I put the clothes in the dryer, put another load on. I get back in there doing my multitasking thing, or clean the office. I'm doing that. I hear the buzzer again, so I take those clothes out, put it on the bed, go through it, put on another load. Then I fold those right there. Then I go back doing what I was doing. And next thing you're doing, I done completed 3 tasks, just washing and doing other things that was going along. I
Well,
see.
see,
So
Ron,
I
I
see.
do other things. The problem is I just don't come back to the place.
Okay.
It's some stuff getting done. It's just not the day clothes. You hear me?
Yeah. But look at you now. You stretching.
I
I see you doing all that as you talking. You stretching.
as I'm talking, as I'm talking. And guys, so if you have been paying attention to me, I am moving. If you're able to see me, that is. However, if you're listening, one of the things that I encourage you to do is, be intentional with your movement. And I say that about, of course, getting in exercise. But I do also mean, just even intentionally stretching,
Yeah.
intentionally resting, right? Be intentional with your movement. Now, I have been sitting here stretching because I haven't really moved a lot this morning. You know, Mondays is a late start for me. So I haven't really moved a lot this morning. So as I'm, sitting here, I'm talking about stretching. Why not stretch? My areas of concern most times are my lower back, my hips, my glutes, right? And my shoulders actually are my trouble areas. So I make sure that when I am, just stretching, not stretching from a workout, because of course, after your workout, guys, take a moment, give yourself 15 to 20 seconds in each stretch. If you have only worked upper body, then okay, you said, well, I'm only going to stretch upper body. No, stretch your entire body every time you work out. Because you know what? One thing that you probably did, if that's where you are, is you walked in there.
Yeah.
Stretch those legs, stretch your entire body. After your workout, be sure 15 to 20 seconds holding each stretch. Each stretch. One of the most relaxing, but it also is good for your hips and so forth. Do you know what the I can't think of it now, but I can't think of the name. It's not sleeping baby, but child's pose. There you go. That. So that right there, I am stretching my hips, right? Oh, I just hurt my shoulder, which is what I needed to take it. And like you said, but by doing so, I'm stretching my shoulders, I'm stretching my back, I'm stretching my hips. If I want to add my quad or my hamstring or anything, I just take it and extend that leg back, right? So the thing about stretching is I don't think people understand that it all works together. So it's working to make your muscles more limber.
Yeah.
You know what also helps make your muscles more limber? Water.
There's regular water.
Water. So I encourage you to make sure that you get in your water. If you can, like you said, half your body weight in ounces. I encourage you to fully stretch every day, a minimum of at least 2, 3 times a day. It only takes a couple of seconds.
Yeah,
it's not going to kill you.
No, it's
going
not. Uh-oh. She froze. She'll be back. She'll be back. I got faith in her. There she is.
There you go.
She's back.
I was like, oh, I'm up here talking.
I said, she froze. Is there frozen water you drunk? What I did was I have a mug that I use for drinking water out of, but I end up always drinking. I'm always going back getting some more. So what I did, I went out and bought me a 40-ounce thing of water. So I put my ice in it, put water in it, and man, that lasts a long time because next you know I'm out of water, especially when I'm out there cutting the yard and stuff. So my wife jumped up. Why didn't you buy me one? I said, because you got 6 bottles right here you use. Well, I would have one like that. Trust me, you wouldn't want it because it's too big for you. First you're going to say, that's too much for me. I know you already. So I got this for myself, for my water. And I want to test it out, see if it really holds ice. So I put ice in it last night, drunk the water, and I got up this morning, the ice was still in there. I said, okay, I got me a good one right here. And so
that's my favorite type of cup to drink out of. It's the stainless steel.
Right.
A good stainless steel water bottle because I don't like cold water. I drink room temperature. One thing I want to remind you, Ron, when you're drinking your water and you're drinking cold water, when you eat, wait about 20 minutes before you drink that cold beverage. Because like remember, like you said, you need room temperature beverages to help digest,
Yeah.
or like I said, just don't drink your cold water immediately. However, I don't care for ice in my water, but I love that bottle because I'm not a water bottle person. I buy them for my clients and so forth, but that's not particularly the way that I like to drink water. I like to drink it off the refrigerator with a filter,
Yeah.
and I put it in you're right. I put it in there. Like yesterday, I ran out of my 40 ounce. So what I do is I have one that my client gave me. It's a fast one. It has a little handle and everything. So that one is about 40 ounces. And then I have my Wanna Go Fit water bottle, which is about 16 ounces. So I fill that up and I fill that up and I take it with me. 9 times out of 10, I'm coming back and both of those are empty. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? What I do is I just take the from the bigger bottle and keep refilling my smaller bottle
Okay.
until it's gone. But I definitely, like you said, it is my fate. I don't like any other type of. I
so
don't.
so so
I don't.
so basically, I could come up to you and ask you this question: What you got on my 40, homie?
Now that's hilarious.
Yeah, we always talk about 40. That's what it is in the movie. What you got on my 40, homie?
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Water, H2O.
Right. That part. That
That's
part. But yes, guys, like you said, do make sure that you drink plenty of water because that does help also with with your muscles and being hydrated and being more limber. Remember that we should stretch a minimum of 2 to 3 times a day. If
yes.
you're exercising after your workout, make sure that you do static stretching. If you are not exercising, before you do a static or a hold stretch, make sure that you do active stretching first. Move with it and then hold. Do not stretch cold muscles. Ron, you mentioned now when I said that, it made me think of my heating pad.
Yeah.
My heating pad or my seats in my car. I mean, I throw that seat on quick and just to warm up my back
Mm-hmm.
and especially as I mentioned, like I said, sitting is the devil. So if you do have a job where you're sitting a lot, if you're driving a lot, I encourage you, like you said, to make sure that you get out and stretch in between. But
Right.
if you do have the ability to have like that heated seat, or if you're able to maybe sit on a heating pad or use a heating pad and then stretch, if you don't have time to do any active stretching, then that works too.
Yeah, because I have one of those deals of going back in my office chair. It's a heating pad, and plus it's vibrates and all that stuff. And because I have back issues, so the doctor told me I'm in, get this, stage 2 arthritis,
Mm.
which he's telling me it's not going to get any better,
Mm-mm.
but you
Mm.
have to stay active. And
That's
if I'm
right.
sitting in my office chair for more than an hour, I'll bring that pad out and put on my chair, and I sit there and I'm still working because
Okay.
I'm always moving. I'm always
Mm-hmm.
moving around doing. I stay active. The
Mm-hmm.
grandkids keep me active. Cutting the yard keep me
Yeah.
active. Running from my wife keep me active. You know all that stuff right there. You catch that
Mm.
part? Running from her because she's
Look,
always
I
chasing me.
try to gloss over it real fast so you don't get in trouble, Ron.
Well, she
You know,
always chasing me with a honeydew list. It's not a list anymore. It's a book.
listen, you just keep on checking off stuff on that list.
Yeah. But I
Mm-hmm.
stay busy though. I'm not gonna lie to you. I gotta stay busy. I sometimes I'm dreaming what I'm gonna do the next day. I get up and I'm gone. I'm on it. I already know what my plans are for the next day. Matter of fact, Friday night, this one young lady, she's a photographer. And I said, what type of camera you have? She showed me. I said, do me a favor. She said, what's that? Cut on your watch for how many steps you take. She said, why? Trust me on this one. I said, I was at an event one time, and I had mine on. When I got finished that event, I almost did 18 miles walk. Really? I said, watch. So at the end of the event, her walking around, she looked at it. She did 6 miles. I said, see?
That now, Ron, that's one of the reasons, like I said, that I love a fitness tracker. I think that everybody should have one. Yes, it does remind you to get up,
Yes.
but it also, as I said, it can let you know what you're doing. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I told one of my clients that I used to be really, really heavy into my steps, paying attention to how many steps that I've taken. And now I'm into how many calories, active calories that I've burned. I
Mm-hmm.
just want to make sure that I burn a certain amount of calories every day because it takes 3,600 calories, 3,500 calories to make a pound. So 3,500 calories to make a pound. Okay, if I burn a minimum of at least 500 calories, right,
Right.
every day, that's 3,500 calories.
That's one
So
pound.
depending
Yep.
on what I'm eating, I may just stay the weight I am, or I may lose, or I may gain.
Yeah.
It's just being honest. However, that's what I pay attention to now.
Okay.
I definitely think that, like you said, by having the fitness tracker, it's a great incentive. It's a great reminder, a great tool
Mm-hmm.
for people in their everyday lives.
Hey, it's funny. Mine would
You know,
tell me, I sat down. I don't think it's 2 minutes later. Beep, beep, beep. Time to stand. I just sat down. What you mean time to stand? But I listen to it. I get up. I stand. I do all that. And I sit back down. It reminds me faithfully on things I need to do. Like, for instance, Sean Elliott watch went off, said he had some with his heart. His watch told him that.
mhm, mhm, mhm.
So,
Like I said, I love a good fitness tracker. It helps you see certain things. These fitness apps and things that they put out, folks, I mean, they are for your benefit.
yeah.
It is, like you said, be intentional about your movement. Be intentional. Make sure that, you're doing the things to keep your vehicle as new as it can possibly be.
Now, did you,
As,
did,
you know, I'm sorry.
I was going to ask you, see, with you being all that all over the place, did your watch ever go off? Because you seem like you busy all the time. You always
It
moving.
doesn't go. That's why I said I can't really say that I need to be reminded a lot, but I do remember a couple of times last week I was because it was just a busy week and I had a lot of desk work to do too, and I do remember being like, oh, let me get up, But no, mine doesn't. Not too often.
Mine would tell me I have mine set for 10,000 steps
Hmm.
a day. I got it set for that. Do I always get it? No, but when I do get it, my watch says you just achieved your 10,000 steps.
Hmm.
So I
Hmm.
got it set for 10,000 because I'm always moving. So I always want to know how many miles I'm doing. I want to know what I'm doing. Now I got another app that goes on here that checks a little bit of everything on you.
Nice.
I said, man, I might as well just sit here and let the watch do its thing.
Well, listen, we have all of these smart devices and so forth. Let's be smart and move and use them. How about that? How about
What's
that?
that old saying? That a smartphone make you smart? No,
No,
it doesn't.
no,
Because you're not paying
no.
no attention.
That's right. Applied knowledge, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Applied knowledge. So look, just to recap so that we don't forget. The importance of stretching is very important. I said the importance of stretching, but it is very important. It is important because it will help prevent injuries, right? It helps you be more flexible in your flexibility, but it also helps you sustain your body structure more efficiently. When everything is working together, it works.
I like that.
It works. Don't remember not to use to stretch cold muscles. That's not what we're doing, right? If you need to warm up your muscles, we want to do active stretching first, right? And then static, holding those stretches for 15 to 20 seconds. Make sure that you take the time to stretch at least 2 to 3 times a day. You will find that you will have less pain if you do so. I can guarantee if you actually implement a true stretch routine into your daily schedule, you will see a decrease in pain. Of course, you're going to see an increase in mobility, but you're going to
Right.
see a decrease in pain.
Now, those out there listening, that doesn't mean retail therapy is stretching.
Where did you come from?
I just thought about people shopping, they always moving around and all that stuff, but that don't count.
No. Well, I mean, again, if you go out for a day of stretching and I mean a day of shopping and you come home and stretch at the end of the day, okay, so what? I'm all right with that. The point is just to do it. Remember
Yes.
that prevention is where we want to be.
Right.
Figure out your problem areas and stretch those areas and around them on a regular basis. Again, I know my problem areas, so I tend to stretch them on a throughout the day. Just because I really just don't I'm stiff otherwise. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Yeah.
So to keep myself limber and just being honest, when I find myself that I am, just really stiff, I put on my muscle rub and I'll usually try and get in some cardio.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? So if you find yourself, guys, like you said, that your body is tight, your muscles are tight, that you're really stiff, get up and get moving. Go for a walk. Go for a walk and then come back in and stretch. You'll find that you'll feel better. Again, by stretching, you help decrease the pain that you would normally have in your body.
Amen. So I gotta ask you one question. What's your topic next week? Do you have one yet? Cause you like surprising me.
I do. But again, I've already decided that I want to talk about the balance of, just the balancing it all out. Make like, and that's fitting in your workouts, your meal prep, all of that. The balance of trying to be, or not trying. I don't like that. The balance of being well.
Okay.
Balance. It's all about it. Like you said, you can't have one without the other. You can work out like a fool and, and lose all this weight, or you can work out like a fool and eat like crap and not lose weight. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I got you.
It's a balance. It's a balance.
Yes.
So, and not everyone. We are back where people are not at home actually like they are. They're back in the office, right?
Mm-hmm.
Back into life. So we're going to talk about that and just give some tips on how to fit it all in. It all has to fit in. You have to stop omitting yourself, folks, because we are taking care of everything and doing everything for everybody else. And just to make it through our life, right? Go to work, come home, help the kids, do this,
Yeah.
help grandkids, whatever. You have to fit it in. It has to be some balance. So your homework assignment is really just to start with stretching. And we'll talk about the rest of it next week.
All right. Well, we appreciate you coming on, my fellow comedian. I just like talking to you because you are so, and she's busy. I'm telling y'all, she's busy. Are you taking on new clients?
I have the capacity maybe for, depending if they're one day, if we're doing one day a week, then yeah, I got you. If you need more than one day, I could probably only take on two more people.
All right. See, she's busy. I'm trying to tell you. So get it in there, Coach K. Give everybody your information so they get a hold of you.
Well, if you're looking for me, I'm in the place to be. It's like, if you're looking for me though, go to wannagofit.com. That's WANNA, gofit.com. Or you can give me a call at 210-910-7229. Find me on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube, on MyTube.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Got everything. All right. We appreciate you coming with us this morning, coming to us this morning. You keep on doing what you're doing and stay safe until next week. Peace.
Same to you, Ron.
All right.
Keep on stretching. Do your homework.
I sure will. All right. Thank you. That was Coach
Have a
K.
great week.
All right. That's Coach K, everybody. She is with us every other Wednesday here on WSAN radio. And we really enjoy her coming on board.